You have tested a bunch of products already, but still didn't find a winning product yet. After working with hundreds of people in the dropshipping field, I've noticed that there are 4 mistakes which everybody is doing and is literally the reason why everything they test is useless, because they're not fixing those mistakes. And after that, I'm gonna reveal you the 5th mistake, which literally got Mikey again from $0 to $20,000 in pure profit in just a few months. And before I tell you exactly which mistake we fixed with Mikey again, let me first explain to you one of the biggest issues ever from all the dropshippers combined. Number 1, you need to double down on UGC, voiceovers, and banger creatives in general. It is a duty of yours to make creatives which are better than everybody else from your competition. You will not be able to succeed with dropshipping if your creatives suck. And I would personally argue that the easiest way to get really comfortable with making creatives is TikTok organic, because you just have to make so many videos one after another to go viral and to make money, and you're basically gonna learn the skill of editing, scripting, and filming, which is just gonna help you drastically. In the long run, even if you don't have to film videos by yourself, you will still be able to script a video, send that script to the influencer, and also edit it in a way where people actually stop scrolling, click on the video, and then go to your website. I would personally say that in creatives in general, the most underutilized thing I'm seeing is banger voiceovers. If you have voiceovers which are really on point and a person is just describing how amazing that product is from every single angle, you will succeed. That, paired with really good visuals of the product itself, will make a huge difference. So instead of just mass testing bullshit and if product doesn't work, you just basically move on to the next product and think, all right, it didn't work, that's it. Instead of that, think about the creatives which you could have tested. Think about the creatives who did test and truly be honest to yourself. Was that a 10 out of 10 creative? And if no, the test did not even count, because it's obvious that you're not going to succeed with that. Number 2, if you test a product, please, under no circumstances ever test a product for the sake of testing it. The product itself needs to be amazing. You should never test products which are not good. And it's such an obvious thing, but most of you guys have no clue what it means to test a good product. If you test a product, it needs to fit every single criteria you set for yourself. They shouldn't just be the criteria of problem solving, wow effect, proven concept, that's it, let me test it, that's a banger product. That's not how it works. You need to set yourself at least 10 really good criteria and only test the product if it fits every single one of them. There is no way around this. You cannot test products which are not perfect, and everything ties together. If you don't have a perfect product, it's going to be so much more difficult to make a perfect creative, because just think about it. If you have an amazing product, you just show it and that already makes a good creative. And there are so many other factors. Don't test a product because you personally like it. And in general, how the product research process should go is you should never fall into a rabbit hole of digging into a product just because you just found it. Most dropshippers do this. They basically start searching for products, they find one, and they basically think that that one is good, and then they just go deeper and deeper and deeper into researching that one product. And they completely forgot that they need to go on volume and first make a list of a bunch of products, and only then go one by one by one by one and check with the criteria which you have if they fit or not. So the product research process itself should just be structured in a way where it's step 1, making a list of products which fit the criteria. Step 2, researching and digging deeper. Those are two very different tasks, and you should never mix them together. The next issue you might have is a very, very, very simple one. And it's just you being shadow banned. And I've seen this happen a lot. Test a bunch of products, they don't work, and the reason for that is that your account is shit. And unfortunately, and this is reality, some countries have bad accounts. Some countries have better accounts. And obviously, it's not going to be every account which is going to be affected by bad performance in a country. But for example, if you test from an Indian account, the chances of Facebook disliking you is just higher. And this is nothing personal, but they've just seen from their past experiences that they have more issues with people from certain countries. And you can call this algorithm racism. In reality, there are countries with more people doing online scam. that is the truth. For example, if you try to sell your product in Mexico, you're gonna see how many credit card scammers are out there, because a shit ton of people are gonna buy from your store, but they never pay. They do some kind of credit card scam, and then you basically send out the orders, but never receive the money. I'm talking from experience. This literally happened to me. But anyways, being shadow banned is a real thing. And you can also be shadow banned in the US, in Sweden, in Germany, wherever. You can be shadow banned everywhere. So if you tested a bunch of things and you think that's a good product with a good ad, trust me, just change the account. Change the account itself, change your domain, and change your pages, right? Especially if you're on Facebook. And the next thing is having very strict rules of killing. Killing ad sets, killing products in general should be something where you know where you kill something. And this is something which I see a lot of people do wrong. You test a product, first couple of days are doing bad, you instantly kill the product and move on. When in reality, you didn't do the proper thing. You didn't check what is actually doing well, what is doing bad. For example, if you tested your product in USA, Canada, Australia, UK, and on surface you see, all right, it didn't work at all. I basically just made 3 sales, I spent $100, nothing worked. And then you kill the product and you didn't ever check, maybe all the 3 sales came from Australia and I've only spent $3 on there. And then you see, oh shit, wait, I actually got a $1 per purchase in Australia. Just because I didn't check that, I basically slipped away on that, and you didn't find that perfect pocket audience. The same thing goes for interest. When you see that one interest actually goes well, double down and spend more money on that interest, on that country, on that ad, just to make sure that you're actually trying to get closer to the gold mine. Dropshipping works like this. You test a bunch of things, you see one thing kind of semi-works, and you test more inside of that thing. And then you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and you basically figure out what the perfect audience is, what the perfect ad is, what the perfect offer is, what the perfect page is. All of those things you're going to figure out along the way, and you're not going to hit it from try one. All right, so how did I actually get Mikey again to $20,000 in pure profit in a time period of less than 30 days? He made over 20K in less than 30 days. How did we do that? The main issue I saw with him, and that was the first thing we needed to fix, was he was jumping around 25 different strategies. He was doing TikTok organic, Facebook, TikTok ads, he was trying Snapchat ads, doing Pinterest. He was basically doing a bunch of shit, which was so distracting because in reality, he didn't have a single strategy down. And I'm not saying that one platform is better or worse. All of the platforms work. On every single platform, there are people who make money. For you specifically, there might be a platform which is better. For example, if you're great at content creation and you have a shit ton of time, do TikTok organic. If you have a really good budget, do Facebook ads. If for the last 10 years you worked for a company where you basically learned everything about Google ads, go for it, do Google ads. I'm not saying that there's one superior strategy to everything else for everybody. However, if you don't have any specific skills, no clue what you're doing in general, then you basically have just the 3 options, which are Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or TikTok organic. I wouldn't recommend anything else. Whatever you pick out of those, stick to that, only do that, nothing else, until it works, done. However, for that, you need to be sure that the strategy you actually pick inside of that platform is good. Because if you just blindly test over and over and over and over again on a strategy which is bad, you're gonna lose a crazy amount of money. This is the reason why we've created our program, where I'm just gonna guide you through the entire process of picking products, making ads, making stores, scaling stores, doing the branding parts, and just repeating the entire process over and over again. If you're interested in that, click the link below, and I'm gonna talk to you very, very soon.